Hi everyone, Inat Kessler here with a new video tutorial, and today I'm going to show you how to turn any chipboard lid into a 3D amazing embellished lid. So to make the lid, you need to have a top with a window in it. So basically you need to cut out a square or a rectangle inside the top of your top of the lid. Now the idea here is not to show you exactly how to make the box or the lid, just the technique of how to already turn a lid that you know the measurements to into that 3D extravaganza. If you want, you can go ahead and check out the video tutorial that I have on how to make a chipboard box and then use this technique on that. I'll put a link in the description for that video. So once you have your window ready, you need to cover the inside edges with black strip of paper. So that will help us later to have a nice finish to the lid. So you need to cover the inside and then make sure that it's aligned. So the idea is to create a lid with a transparent window in it and lots of 3D embellishments under it. So it can fit any size lid. You could also even use, if you have a ready-made lid from a shoebox or a cardboard box that you can cut, then you can even use that as well. So the idea here is to teach you the technique and not a specific project. So once you have your window covered on the inside and you have your lid built, you want to cover all the outside and inside joining points with black strips. So that will help us with creating a really nice finish. Then you're going to need to cover the inside of your lid with pattern paper. If you don't want to use paper, you can also skip the part where you cover the lid with the black strips and paint it. You can paint it with acrylic paints, but I find adding pattern papers is much nicer. So what I'm doing now is only covering the inside walls of the lid on all four sides. Again, there are no measurements because it's not for a specific lid, it's just to show you how to do it for any type of lid. So once I have the inside walls covered, I want to attach my acetate to the inside of the window. So I'm just applying glue and attaching the acetate. And then I'm going to cover the inside window with a piece of pattern paper. So now you can see why we need those black strips. Gives us a really nice finish. So now the top of the lid is ready and we can go ahead and work on the inside embellishments of the lid. So you need a second piece of chipboard that you can tuck inside the lid. It has to fit perfectly. And you also need 1 by 1 inches pieces of chipboard. So first cover one side of your, let's call it a tray that will go inside the lid with pattern paper. Again, you can paint it if you want. And then you can go ahead and start embellishing. Make sure that you use 3D embellishments like large flowers or other embellishments, and that you arrange them in the center of that tray. Don't go to the sides too much because then it won't show. Remember, then the top of the lid has a frame because it's a window, so the things that will go under that frame will be invisible. So you want to make sure that all your embellishments are mostly in the center. And you need to use a strong glue and make sure that they are attached properly, because we're going to flip this tray later and we don't want anything to fall down, because once we glue it, we can't go back in there and re-glue things. So make sure everything is glued properly and that it's dry and that it will hold. So I'm adding flowers and some more embellishments. This box is going to be for my 12 folios of Christmas, so it has a Christmas theme, but of course you can make this project for any occasion or purpose. And if you want the measurements of this box along with the 12 folios of Christmas tutorial, you can join the VIP room where everything is there, and alongside with a lot more tutorials. This is a monthly creative club that has lots of freebies, video tutorials, series, printables, and so on that you can join. And one of the projects that we did is the 12 folios of Christmas with this 3D box. So you can go ahead and join that. I will put a link in the description under the video if you want to join, and then make this project from start to finish. So now we're going to attach those little chipboard square inside the lid. We're going to attach them to the corners like this, one on each corner. And this is what is going to hold that tray suspended. This is what creates the 3D effect. So we're going to apply glue to the top of each of those little chipboard squares. Only liquid glue will work here. And then we're going to flip the tray and push it inside the lid until it stops where those 4 squares are. Make sure everything is straight and is glued. Let's turn it. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So now all we need to do is cover the back side of the tray and the outside of the lid, and of course embellish it. I like to start with some black strips around the edges and then add my pattern paper. I think it has a nicer finish this way, but you can just add one piece of pattern paper if you want. This is up to you. So if you want to make another box and do this lid for it, then again I have a link in the description for the chipboard box tutorial that I have here on this channel. So I really hope you like this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the little bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video, so you won't miss anything and you'll be able to follow all the tutorials and make all the projects. This is how the finished box looks. Isn't that pretty? With that lid. So thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next time.